Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He was looking for Jalen Waddle there,
but it's going to be 2nd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Tua going to throw.
Throw caught by A-Chain.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 39. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On play action, here's Tua. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Robbie Chosen.
39 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But the two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I wanted to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch. Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 0 like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 4.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Chargers have taken the lead.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 88 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen.
Now he's loose, down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers are going to take the lead.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A little short pass. This is Everett. He's got room to roam. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And his kick is absolutely perfect.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little more momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by Higgins.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Out of the gun, here's a give to A-Chain. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
A-Chain here, they stay on the ground.
Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. A give up the middle to A-Chain.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's up in it after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Gonna throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Achane on 1st and 10.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
2nd and 9.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Robbie Chosen.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
Flush to his right. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Running on 1st down, Eckler.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Herbert changing things up.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Herbert operating from the red zone.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over
new
to
season.
Orlando
So both
with our
these
EA
coaching
Sports
staffs
halftime
likely
report.
making plenty of
Here's
adjustments
Jonathan Coachman.
after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment.
Achane gets it from the gun. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua rolling to his left.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Second and 11.
Now Tua. He's got Higgins over the middle. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 16. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Achane now up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here's Hill on the return. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Play action, now it's Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Chargers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 7.
A shotgun snap for Herbert.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Cam Smith. And the Dolphins are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Eluding the pressure right. And got his man complete. Great start to the second quarter. Better than 30 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
He dumps it off to A-Chain. He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Dolphins!
Devon A-Chain
making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Dolphins are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. That one good for 26 and a first down. Eckler now between the tackles.
On the move past the 40.
And finally brought down at the 38.
54 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10.
At about the 32.
And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 59 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Looking to pass. Tua. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I absolutely love that play call there. They just came off of a big play. They've got momentum in their direction, and they come back and take the shot at the end zone. Just unable to complete it. I love their aggressiveness.
And you feel like the defense, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
That too is going to change things up.
2 and now, 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Herbert.
Flush to his right. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. That one looks like he'll throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off a play action, Tagovailoa.
That'll be caught by Hill.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. On play action, here's Tua.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Dolphins, they begin the new year 1-0 as they come out victorious here.